Hey folks, this is Bailey from Daedalus Wargaming, and today I'm going to show you how to make an alternative Genestealer Colt rock saw for your Acolyte Hybrid squads. Let's get to the build. Before we get started, I want to make sure I have all the pieces that I need for this project. I have Acolyte Hybrid legs, a head, the backpack, the correct back for the backpack to fit into, which it does nicely there on that dry fit. A front piece that has two right arms and a left arm. I have all the pieces for the heavy rock drill. I have the three arms and the main body bit for that. And then I have an orc choppa. So to get started, I want to start working on the body. I have some Loctite glue here that I'm going to use to glue my body together. So I always like to start with the body. Loctite, I get it at Walmart. It's fairly cheap, gets the job done, dries really fast. You can also use specialty plastic glues. I also like the Games Workshop glue. All of these pieces I've already filed and cleaned them just for the speed and convenience of the video. Then next I'm going to apply glue to the bottom here, fit it into the legs here, put the backpack in here, backpack, the body, and the legs all on. Now I'm going to start looking at the drill bit here. So the first part is this arm here. Well, there's supposed to be an arm right here, and it's this arm here, so I want to put that on just to make my life a little bit easier, because you can see where the fingers and the wrist goes on, and then that makes a double arm over there. So I'm going to do that first. I'm going to apply a little bit of glue here, this on there, which makes this nice double arm here. And then on the other side, I want to put this arm in here. There's a little bit where it fits, and there we have most of the drill bit done. Let that dry. So now here's the key bit, getting the saw part on this rock saw. So I have an orc boy choppa here. It's always nice to have orc buddies around that you can get bits off of, especially for a project like this. I'm looking at this, I want to make a cut with my clippers, my snips, in a spot where if I make a mistake, I have plenty of room to go back and fix it. So I'm looking sort of in here just past this pipe. So I've got my snips here. I want to, looking at the bend on my snips, I want to use them this way where the bend is towards the hilt, so I have a better chance of getting a flat cut where I want. And I want to go right above the wrist here. Check on this side, so right above this thumb. That's where I want this cut to be. Finger up on this so that it doesn't fly too far away when I make this snip. There, I heard it snip just the way I wanted it right there. So I've got a little bit of ugliness here that I brought my files. I'm going to use my files very quickly here to flatten out where I made the snip. Then I'm going to take a look at my drill here, see how that matches up. So I need this bit here to come off in order to get my rock saw to go flush up against. So again, I'm going to make sure I try and make it as flush as possible by getting the curve out, by going flat to flat as I can to get the curve out of the cut. So I'm here now, do a dry fit. Then I'm going to glue the saw onto the front of this drill. Just like that, I have a rock saw. So now I want to put this onto my dude. So this piping goes onto the back here. The arms go up on the arm spots, and then we're good to go. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of glue, put the arm pieces on. Then I'm going to finally apply the head, put a little glue in the head bit there, line up the head in the direction of the saw, I think, on this case. Have this guy here like this, just how I want, and just to give myself an idea of what he looks like on a base, because I like to prime my models off the base nowadays. I used to put them on and then prime, but I ended up missing too many little pieces, and it really upset me. So now I like putting things, or building things off their bases, and then for things like this, I'm going to putty them on with some simple sticky tack that I can get just at any office supply store, just any place where you get office supplies, just so I can then tack him on, put him on a base, so I get an idea of what he looks like, how much space he takes up. So on this guy, I might have to put him further back on his base when I finally attach him, so that way the saw doesn't stick out too much. But there we have a guy that is got a big old rock saw made from an orc choppa. So there you have it, folks. That is how you get an alternative Genestealer Colt rock saw. Now, I will admit I got this idea off the internet. I saw it on a Google search, and I want to shout out my teammate Patrick for giving me the orc chop-a-bit, so I didn't have to buy a box of boys. He plays orcs and very kindly gifted me one of his spare choppas. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share. If you want to know more about Dankless Wargaming, please check the description below. Until next time, I'm Bailey, reminding you that if your lists start to tank, then it is time to get dank.